After breakfast, Mr. Kim, Taehyung and Suga went to study as Taehyung wanted to update about the meeting. Yunhee and Suga moved upstairs to our room. Mrs. Min and Mrs. Kim also went their room, one gathering the plate to take them to kitchen. Nuna, why are you doing this? Joy will take care of this. You don't need to do this, he said. Wine passed a smile to him. It's nothing. And pick up the plate. Okay, then let me help you, he said, and pick up the glass. Oh, I will do it. You go and get ready for office, she said. I am ready, Nuna. Just need to put on the coat, he said as he passed a smile to she and moved toward the kitchen following her. Yunhee, who was standing all this while, got irritated and angry that Jimin didn't even look at her on. She went to her room. Few minutes later, she said, and looking at Jimin, no problem, he said. He replied with a smile. Okay, tell me what you want to eat in lunch. I will send that to office, she said. Whatever you make, because your food is always delicious, he said. Okay, are you buttering me, she said, putting one hand on hip. No, I am serious. If you don't believe me, then ask Taehyung. He will tell you, he said with a giving a teasing look. She felt her cheeks warming up and mentioned, okay, well, I will see what to make, she said, gesturing her hand for Jimin to go. Jimin moved from there and went to his room. Yunhee was sitting on the bed and watching TV. Jimin went to his study table and picked up the coat from chair, checked his briefcase to see if the file there, and then picked his stuff and went out of the room, completely ignored Yunhee. She got more angry seeing his ignorance. Before, whenever Jimin went to office, he would usually say bye to her or side hug her. But from past month, he is doing neither of things. After helping in kitchen and instructing Joy to prepare things for lunch, Wine went up to her room. She took out a suit with a shirt and matching tie for Taehyung and placed it on bed. She went to close the cupboard and just turned when she saw him standing just behind her, and she kept a little move back, but her back hit with the cupboard. He is making seeing the place, both his hand either of the side of her, trapping her between arms, just like last night, the scene from the lesson flashing. One mind, and she looked down shyly. I am thinking not to go office today, he said, and she looked up at him surprised. What say, he said, moving close to her and leaned down and rubbed her cheek with her. One closed her eyes, feeling twitches due to the stumble and goosebump appear on her skin. She put her hand on his chest and pushed him back. I think she stopped as she moved ahead, coming close to him. Yeah, he said in a low tone. His eyes moved down. That, she said as she leaned in close to his face. That, he repeated the word, his eyes getting close as he felt her breathe on his face. You should. Don't whine me. Go get ready. I will already place your suit on the bed, she said, silently, and gestured with her hand for him to go. Mood spoiler, he said, annoying, and taking his clothes and went to washroom. She giggled more, seeing the irritation expression on his face. He looked like a cute dad, she thought. He came out. Few minutes, his face was grumpy. She had him wallet, cell phone, and car key. He took his bag and went toward the door. She grabbed his arm to stop him. He smiled at her and moved close to her, giving a peck on the forehead. I am not upset. Wine gave him a smile and tapped on his chest. Okay, I will. Waiting for your return. And looked down shyly. He flicked his nose. Me too. Then left for office. She went to his travel suitcase and started to take out the clothes, sorting them. She put the clothes for laundry to side and put other in the place in the cupboard. Then she went to washroom to take out laundry basket and put clothes in wash and put it side of cupboard. Then she started arranging things in room, doing dusting as well, and the servant sweeping on the floor, room rest. She do it herself as she liked to do. With done with this task, she went on changing in bed and pillow cover. While doing so, she remembered the last night more full of love and passion. She blushed, remembering all the things and started missing him. She looked at the clock, realized that it's only 1.5 hours he left. As she suddenly wanted to be with him, she took her phone, thinking to give him a call, but to reject the idea, thinking he will be busy in work. The situation was not different with him. He had work, his mind, and focus on only one person. He just cannot stop thinking there last night, of craving for her call and called why, and she quickly picked up the cell and big smile came on her face. The name, hello, Tai, she said with happiness. Hey, he said, feeling happy hearing her voice and could feel the excitement. You know, I was thinking to call you just a minute ago, she said. Then why didn't you? He asked. I didn't want to disturb you. I thought you will be busy. She said, when I do, I need to remind you again that you are my wife and you have right over me, he said straight. I know, but she was saying when he got her, no, but when you can call me whenever you want. If I will be busy, I will tell you, but don't decide yourself, okay? What's the need to always scold me? She said, pouting his hand. He closed his eyes. I wish I could be with you now. I would just kiss your body then. She huffed with irritation. You are talking all the mushy stuff. You never did that before. He chuckled. So what's the problem? Before I didn't vocal much about my feeling, which ridiculed in your doubting things. So I think I should say more things like that. No, there is no need to talk like this all the time, she said. Why not? You are my wife. He was about to say the same sentence about his right on wife when she cut him. Don't say it, I know, he chuckled again. He knew she would be pouting again. He so wanted to be with her. I am really miss you, Ryan. Me too, she said shyly. Really a surprise as he thought that she will dismiss his talk again. Yes, it's so strange that you were gone like hour and a half and I feel like missing you a lot. And she stopped saying it as her heart started beating fast and she felt very shy. And what, Ryan, he said, feeling nothing. You do your work now, she said. No, Ryan, complete your sentence first, he said in a strained tone. When Ryan didn't say anything for a few seconds, he again said, Ryan said, and I want to be in your arms, she said softly. Me too, I think I should come home, he said. No, you do that, you do your work, she said. But Ryan, he wanted to tell you, I will bring lunch for you, she said, blessing his smile. Okay, I will wait for you then. She blinked by to him and clutched the phone on her chest, closing her eyes, seeing his face before her. She opened her eyes and smacked her forehead. Wine, you are mad, mumbled Wine, and then went back to her task. She changed the bedsheet and pillow and covered the laundry basket downstairs to give the servant. Then she went to the garden and started watering the plant. For Ting, personal garden as well, servants were not allowed to do the maintenance as he himself looked for everything and after marriage Ryan helped him and when he was not able to do it, she did all the tasks. Seems like you got the habit transferred to you, she said, and she who saw is kneeling down beside the haven't got water, so just doing that. Yes, of course, it's his garden after all. So special care is must, right? She said in a teasing tone. Why just give her a shy smile and return? Yunhee, do you have some work? I can only come to you when I will have some work. Can't I just simply spend time with you? She said in complaining tone, looking at her friend. You know, I didn't mean that. You are always welcome, she said as she stood up. Yunhee smiled and came near her. Wine sit down on the garden and pull Yunhee down, who sit beside her. You know, this is my most favorite place in this house, she said, looking around. Me and Taehyung would sit here for a long and chat. Mostly I talk and he would listen, giving comment in between. We would gossip, share things, drink coffee, eat pizza, whatnot. This place has so many memories attached to it, she said, running her hand over the green grass. One smile hearing this. But after my marriage, everything changed. Life became busy and we really hardly talk. I felt guilty for turning him down. He was my best friend. I couldn't see him hurt. Because of him, I would pray for him to find his happiness and settle down. When I get to know that he is finally marrying, I cannot tell you how happy I was, she said, looking at Ryan. And when I realized how much he loves you, with you, I felt like my guilt is bending away. He really loves you a lot, he said, and I just friend. There is nothing more. Please, Uni, you don't have to explain me anything. I know and understand your friendship, she said, taking her hand in hers. Then why did you agree for divorce? She asked in a sad tone. Because you still doubt about us, right? I didn't want to try to sacrifice his love for me. If he had feeling for you, I thought I should let him go, she said. Wine, how can you? But wine cut him between. Uni, I know I thought wrong and I have hurt him. I shouldn't have things on my own and should discuss them with him. I am sorry if I hurted you too, she said, making a sad face. You don't have to say sorry to me. I am glad that me and Dan have sorted things out. But if you hurt him in future, then you will have to deal with me, she said, pouting finger to Ryan in friendly way. Yes, boss, she said, giving a salute gesture. I know he won't hurt you as he loves you a lot. But if he do, you can come to me and I will deal with him, she said. Wine smile again. Yunhee then thought to tease her to change the environment. Oh, Wine, you should have seen him last night, how he was declaring his love for you. She is not only my wife, she is my life. Cannot live without, imagine my life without her, she said, mimicking like him. Time escape. Wine passed him a smile as she placed his mug on the table and then moved toward the bed to pick his stuff. He picked the mug and take a sip. He closed his eyes for a second to savor the flavor. It's only 2 days that he haven't had wine. Handmade coffee and he missed a lot. He didn't even had a coffee during his stay in Busan because he knew he won't be able to drink that brand bridge. Although this one too is bitter in taste, but it has some special thing flavor that he had become addicted to it. He take another sip and turned to see Wine, who was hanging the coat in the cupboard. And idea came in his mind to tease his own lovely wife. Wine, did you make the coffee? He said, looking at Wine. She closed the cupboard. Yes, are you sure its skin that is different? He said and took a sip and form. She looked at his expression, got confused. But I made it way I always used to, she said and moved near him. Maybe you didn't put your special ingredient in it, he said, still foaming. No, I put the, she was saying when she stopped and looked at his skin. If you are trying to trick me to telling you what the special ingredient are, it won't work. Oh, come on, Ryan, he said and stood from the couch. Have I ever asked you how can you make my coffee? No, right, because I always love the taste, but I am telling you it's lacking something. How it's possible? I checked myself before bringing it here, she said, affirming. He extended his hand, which was holding the mug. Here, check yourself, you will. Then too, she took the mug and took a sip and then looked at him in straight irritation. It's perfectly fine, just the way you like it, and I made it. I think something is wrong with your... He took the cup off from wine, then took a larger sip. Make sure that he placed his cup on the same spot where wine lips touched the cup. Now it's perfect, he said, winking at her. She looked at him confused, and the next moment her mouth is understanding what he meant. Now it tastes more better than lovely, he said, and looking into her eyes, and she took the... Wine lowered her eyes and felt shy under his strained gaze. She took a step to move when he grabbed her hand and pulled her close. You said you always check my coffee taste, so that means you always taste it first yourself before bringing to me, meaning that all the time I was drinking my wife left over, he said insumely. She quickly shook her head. No, I don't taste it from cup. I use the spoon for it, she said nervous too. It's okay, wine. I won't mind if you taste from the cup. In fact, I will be happy to drink the coffee from the cup that was touched by my white lips first, he said, and moved his face close to her, and his eyes moved down to her left. She averted her eyes quickly and looked here and there, her cheek adoring the pink tint. He was about to move down to pick her cheek, but just then they heard the knock on the door, which was an empty. She quickly moved back and moved toward the door. It was Joey. No, now I want to ask about the dinner. What should I make? Do you go? I will come down and then we will make together. Okay, she said, giving a polite smile to Joey, who nodded his head and moved away. She turned to look at him as if telling him that she has to go down. In blinking eyes twice, give her a side note of head, telling her that it's okay. She gave him a smile and then moved out from the... He signed and sit on the couch, thinking that no signal work can be done without her in the house. After dinner, everyone retired to their room. She went to washroom to change into her night suit. After a few minutes, she came out and saw him sitting on the bed waiting for her. He averted her eyes, fighting with the finger as realization down her arm. Now all the barriers have been moved between them. Her heart started beating fast, thinking, what will happen now? Will they make love again? Her trace broke his voice, who called her name. She looked up at him and found his extended hand toward her. Wine moved near to bed, put her hand in his. He pulled her to him and she came rushing up her. She clutched his shirt, closing her eyes. He moved top of the hair behind her ear and gave her a long kiss on forehead, and then they both cheek. Then slowly make her lay down beside her and himself pop her elbow, looking at her down to her. She opened her eyes, feeling surprised and confused as to why he stopped, answered the silent question. We won't be doing anything tonight, Ryan. I know it must be from last night. Your health is more important to me, so relax. Don't get all shy and nervous on me. She felt shy, smiled. She moved her hand over chest and grabbed her hand kiss on her palm.